What a signing for the Toronto Blue Jays. About time. Something that they desperately needed. They desperately needed this, and it finally happened. So we'll break that down to much more in this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and what an amazing signing by the Toronto Blue Jays, something that they desperately needed, and they got it done. And no longer are they the bridesmaids for one of the marquee free agents in the class of 2025. But before we get into the signing and how significant it truly is for the Toronto Blue Jays, make sure to hit that subscribe button. A large percentage of you who are watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel, so it'd mean the world to me if you could help get me to 3,000. But what an amazing signing by the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'm sure you've heard already if you're not living under a rock. Anthony Santander, Tony Taters, is in agreement with a deal with the Toronto Blue Jays for a deal worth 5 years and $92.5 million around. And the first one on that was John Morosi or Ari Alexander, one of those two. So credit to them for getting that first. But an amazing signing, and Anthony Santander hit 44 home runs last year. The 5 years could get up all the way to 6. It's a lot. It's a lot of term for a guy that has his limitations as a player. This is not some slam dunk signing like Juan Soto, like Shohei Ohtani. He has his limitations, whether it's defensively, base running wise. Just overall plate discipline. Anthony Santander is far from a perfect ball player. But what he does do is hit home runs. And he hits the piss out of the ball. If you take a look at his stats right here, 44 home runs last season, 102 RBIs. He's got 155 home runs in his career. And over the last 3 seasons, nobody besides Aaron Judge has more home runs in the American League than Anthony Santander. I think he's got 103 over the last 3 seasons. So he's really been on a tear. Only 30 years old, a switch hitter, checks a lot of boxes for the Toronto Blue Jays, which is why I'm so excited about this. And one thing I did want to address is some people are saying that, this is going to be a contract that you're going to regret. Could be a contract that in 6 to 8 months they'd be looking to get out of. The Blue Jays gave us some positive news as they signed Anthony Santander, but Buster only explained why the contract could backfire on the Jays. Ugh. It's just so annoying. The Blue Jays, they're in on a bunch of free agents. It's widely regarded that Anthony Santander is the best power hitter in the class, if not one of them. So, what's this all about now? And why are we hearing about the team that came in second place? That doesn't make sense to me. And there's deferred money in the contract as well. So Anthony Santander is going to be getting paid less money per year than Tyler O'Neill, than Jock Peterson, because of that deferred money. So when you ask me, I think this is an absolute masterclass by Ross Atkins. And I'm not going to sing their praises too much, but you got to give credit where it's due. And right here, credit is due. So shout out to Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro for getting this deal done, because it desperately needed to happen. And good. It's about time that the Blue Jays finally, got something good on their side. And is he the perfect player? Does he solve all of their problems? No, he doesn't. But what he does do is he addresses a massive hole that they had in their lineup that was lacking some power. And there's now clarity in the Blue Jays lineup. You know where he's going to slot in, whether it's in the cleanup spot, whether it's number 3 behind Bo and Vladdy. It's truly endless possibilities here with Anthony Santander. The switch hitting ability, the power that he brings to the table. There's a lot of different ways to use this lineup now, and I don't think they're done. With the deferral of money, I think that still gives them a few $1 million to play with, which is nice if you're trying to get an Alex Bregman or a Pete Alonso, whatever direction you may want to go in. I still think there are there is some room for addition here by the Toronto Blue Jays. So let me know in the comments down below. Are you a fan of this deal? Is it too many years? Is it too much money? Let me know in the comments. And I love it. Wait and see how Anthony Santander actually plays once the season rolls around. I mean, he could struggle. It's possible. We've seen guys struggle when they land with a new team. But I don't care about all that. I'm happy about this move. I think it was the right move to make. And let's see what kind of impact it has on the Blue Jays in a pretty weak American League. But that'll wrap it up for this episode, and I'll see you all tomorrow.